It's sure accurate to put it that way. The United States is behaving as most empires in human history have, as most great powers in human history have. It pursues two policies at the same time. It positions itself as a bulwark for peace, and at the same time, it begins to divide the world into camps, of one of which it sees itself as the leader, and those are always policies that work against themselves. What is different in the current situation is that the United States seems to have sort of dug this paradox, made it even more deep, because on the one hand, it is challenging China constantly, and on the other hand, it expects China to support its policies on the war in Ukraine, which has always struck me as bizarre, and I'm putting that very mildly, because for the Chinese, who are supportive of Ukrainian sovereignty, for example, there's also the issue of NATO expansion towards Russia's borders, which is very important. And given that NATO, for example, has already stated publicly that it has plans and aspirations and hopes to become a Pacific player, I've always found it very strange that the United States expects Chinese support for its policies in Europe, for its pro-NATO, pro-expansion policy, and at the same time, it doesn't understand that the Chinese must understand that if they support NATO expansion in Europe, they will be on the receiving end of that expansion in the Pacific eventually. I think the United States is trying to square a circle, and so far it's been devastatingly unsuccessful at doing so.